think I could hear you. Yeah. Well, basically, here we go. Basically found that pipe, So, basically the one thing you learn in criminal justice is the most corrupt business organization is obviously the pipe makers in the United States. So, basically, I'm going to just take the pipe that I found. Obviously it's a pipe made in America or whatnot. So, I'm going to just set it in maybe a container full of cleaner, just to clean the pipe, the rust, at least to check it out. It just seems like a important notice. And of course, nobody's watching, so this will just basically save. So there's the ball that was sitting in there. So I'll have to rinse out the pipe basically. So just put the water in the ground. It's, not gonna hurt anybody. I'm gonna go for the pipe. That's the pipe right there. If you can see it right there. Found it. So I'm gonna use that. I mean, cleaned the floor earlier today with whatever. I think this is a document basically, right? But cleaned the floor earlier, right? With iodide, and then Lysol, and then the other kind of bleach as well. Fabuloso. Let's see, the purple Fabuloso. One drop of iodide isn't going to hurt anybody. So just fill this water up. Like it wouldn't take too much water. And the solution here, the lemons that have been like litigating or something with this Lysol. Yeah, I can smell it all over the house. It's like the scent is all over the house. So you do know the Lysol is deviating the smell in the house. So it is oxidizing into whatever it is touching. It's a big scent, so that it's spreading to other chemicals in the air. So that means it oxidizes. So it needs some reactive principle or precursor, which is, of course, the walnut tree here, because it's in the basis of the soap. And I like basis because it's in a lot of chemicals, and dyes. So the makeup is a composite. So basically, because it's cheaper to make that way. So take the pipe here, put it in here. We're just going to dissolve it basically. See if the rust will go away. So that's the pipe there. Would work. Probably phosphate. It's probably an iron-setted pipe there. Same as a shovel. So, I mean, you could use alcohol. Alcohol is more expensive to use, right? And it would have more of a byproduct chain. So it react with organic material, like the plastic in the bucket there, which is breaking apart because it's made out of byparts of different chemicals, right? Carbon, hydrogen, plastic. But you'll just take the water, put some maybe bleach, alcohol, hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide would probably get the rust off easy, right? It would be a focal solenoid, like it would take the phosphate off. Anything reacting with oxygen, the hydrogen, within the rust itself. And people say like hydrogen and rust don't, go together. They have hydrogen. All these products actually hydrogen, hydroite, whatever you want to call it. Bases of like oxygen, hydrogen, like water basically, and then like HVP, something like what is it called? Nitro, like nitrogen. So glass would, right? But not really. This is plastic. So yeah, I'm gonna take the alcohol and then probably I would kill all of the tonofocal of the metal in it, at least. Because the alcohol would already have peroxide in it, HPV. So I mean, just take it, and then it would create a byproduct. So that's like a 1P. So 1P acidic chain of like carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, obviously, because it's fuel. So I mean, if you're gonna make BBT or D or something like that, you'd add like charcoal. Like you have charcoal here, but would I add it? I mean, probably not. It's probably made out of like carbon. Like I mean, the last video was like anthratic, like right, because it's aged. Where do you coal it? You coal from the ground, right? I mean, I'm lucky enough where I live. There's solar panels, so we don't have to supply our like energy on coal. We can do whatever we want, basically. Is this energy like transfer all the way over? No, it don't. It don't transfer all the way over there, but you still make those nuclear bases. So, or plants, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, so basically, I'm going to take the pipe, right? And I don't know exactly if this is an American pipe. You know what I'm saying? It could be a different quality pipe. I mean, it's pretty introspective. Oh, look at the red, white, and blue light is going still. Whatever that is. So yeah, I'll take the alcohol first. Actually, let me take the pipe. Right, I brought the hammer. Right, so take the pipe and then smash the pipe with the hammer. So let's try that. Obviously, to see if it's like if it's made of copper or phosphate or something like that. So as you can see, it's magnesium in it, right? Because it's hard and shallow. There's copper, steel in it, by pace of metal. So there's some fault like technology, and you can see it's breaking up. So the iron isn't all. It is a deposit. The iron is a deposit. Yeah. So there's magnesium, phosphate in it. Phosphate hasn't settled, obviously, because this is be considered dirty pipe, right? Because it doesn't have that. So it's to a sprinkler system. It's going to be recycled. That's another option. MPE. There's some copper tunnel in there. Jumps too. So the iron and copper have been tunneled. There is aggregate in it, so it's basically copper headed. MPT. You can see the steel. It's definitely steel. And it's not reacting with the hammer, thank God. So it's basically MPT pipe, which is what, EK? Negative EK, because it's made of iron. Photosynthesized steel, which is a fancy way of saying something that's marbled. It holds up with plastic, so it takes the vibration. It doesn't break, right? This plastic would have broken by now. Yeah, so it is steel photocarbon in it, which is deposits of all these marbleized metals in here. It definitely has that magnesium, which is making people sick, right? But the phosphate at the same time from the iron and then the steel and the copper, right? It's still magnesium. So you can see the magnesium ions are like blue. Why? I guess photosynthesis. They use the biocarbonate in this metal, so it actually basically sticks to things, which is the NPT. So a lot of loose groundwater made of this copper. So it's basically copper right there. Blue is copper. And this, iron and steel, I believe. Well, photocarbon. So basically could have come from China or Russia. So steel ions, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. So from looking at it, I mean, I could just put a low amount of hydrogen peroxide in it, yeah. And then let it soak there for a little while, right? But I mean, the hydrogen peroxide would probably eat apart the rust there. Same thing with like any indux of like certain like chemicals like a vitamin, right? Like they add fluoride to the water or anything like that, or any organic compound that would eat away, like the dissolve in the base of the bar here. So that's like leaves and things like that matter. So you'll take a look at it and then just kind of look at what might be considered fluoride composition. So like where are they getting the fluoride composition except like weeds? So, like there's a bicarbonate, right? They wouldn't touch the weeds. if the bicarbonate is made of solid. So like in other places like in the world, they use like wood as a bicarbonate, right? To what is it like to marbleize the chemicals in the water, right? And then that's what creates the fluoride chain. I don't think we do that. I think they use like hay, wool, wood. You ask like why Americans are sick. I mean, probably because of that. Like taking like a hammer to the floor and then breaking it, right? It's no fun, you know, or I don't know. So that's what I see at least. Yeah, I could probably imagine that. I mean, you could use bricks, but I mean, why would you use bricks? Probably because it's dangerous, right? But I mean, like weeds aren't that bad, but they're viral, and again, they're anthratic. So it's like using bird shit to clean things. Yeah, but not exactly the same. They're very different. Like one is escalated and one's de-escalated. It's kind of like a magnesium scale. Like you wouldn't like eat the metal can, like right, rather than like a can of soup that's like plastic, right? This idea didn't just exist out of nowhere. It's just easier to produce. They just had the resources to make it, I guess. I mean, I could go into it with food, you know, related relations, but I mean, this is what I'm seeing. And as you can see, you know, the metal here is dissolved from the rust. Or, I mean, after it got wet, right? It's been something like assimilated for the oxygen. So, it could have been recycled. I mean, from what, though? Is that a good question? From what? MPT, MPE, MPI? What would you use concrete for? I mean, concrete, water, pipes, basic things. Use water from what kind of pipes here? Fluorine pipes, maybe, to soften concrete. Right, what else? You use it for like haystacks within the creation of like an MPZT, right? That would be a byproduct. What would you use that for? Like to make a better smell or to create something aesthetic, maybe? Static equipment, maybe? ICMs. I mean, we use for recycling, right? To filter product. It can be from a community-based pipe, but all right. So I'm just gonna stop talking about it. But here we go. Let's take the pipe here. I'll put hydrogen peroxide in it. So. And then I'll just leave my phone right here. Okay, I have the hydrogen peroxide right here. Obviously, it's 3%. I mean, you could order more, higher quality, right? And it would create a focus or foco within fire, but I can buy it as an insult. So, or I would buy it. So, take the 3% and I'll put like, you know, like a bottle cap of it. I mean, it wouldn't really matter. I'll let it dissolve the pipe. And most of the pipe is, I mean, covered except the what we consider limit part of the pipe, which is the or litmus that is dissolute. So that's what the pipe is doing. It's like focusing the dissolved part in the all of the pipe except the one line there. So yeah, this is what it is here. So check back in later, I guess. I mean, I could add some tonal alcohol now that I think about it, you know. Would it do anything to the plastic pipe? I mean, it would speed up the process. The reaction would create a magnesium, like, you know, chain with amino acids in the pipe, right? Plastic around it is probably housed, right? So it has mixed with other chemicals and it's not tonal, right? So Okay, yeah. So basically, yeah, just take the alcohol in the pipe, and then that would be it. But I don't know. Hydrogen peroxide should do it. There shouldn't be a problem with hydrogen peroxide at all. So yeah, and again, like nobody is literally watching. So yeah, it's just to basically document this. So yeah, I mean, hydrogen peroxide. I mean, it wouldn't take bleach necessarily. Bleach would probably break apart the chemicals, I guess. I mean, basically, I mean, it would dissolve the parts that have mold in them that's like holding the pipe together, I guess. Because they didn't set the pipe correctly with its molar mass, I guess, which is using the wrong machinery, wrong amounts, or wrong byproduct, like concrete for the iron pipe because they're mad or something. So. All right, so 1 pt of alcohol, would that do anything to solution? Or couldn't brine of a solution? Let's just stick with hydrogen peroxide right now. So I'll check back in.